This is the OPS pregame report.
Welcome live to Spartan Arena as the Homestead Spartans are set to play and our conference matchup. I'm Johanningsmeier, being joined alongside Braxton Hall. And Braxton, the Spartans have had a bit of a break, not playing for a very long time here, now 2 weeks away from their last contest.
Yeah, no, like you said, it's been about 2 weeks since we last saw them play. But we know that over this short break, Coach Parker has done a great job of making sure his girls continue to work hard, and he's got them excited for the chance to get a win to start off the calendar year.
And now let's get into the OPS pregame show as we take a look at the last couple of games for the Sparty squad, as they have been on a roll, now winning 6 straight games.
Yeah, no, and what's even more impressive is that this team has been getting it done on the road, with 4 of their wins during this 6-game streak coming away from home, including the 5-point victory at Carroll last month.
Yeah, they have been absolutely dominant, not losing since all the way before Thanksgiving. A dominant squad so far, and we'll see what they do in this 2023 season. In the game right before this long break, the Spartans controlled the Angola Hornets, getting a 22-point victory, along with a pretty balanced scoring attack as 5 players scored 7 or more.
Yeah, it was an excellent showing for the Spartans, including Allie Stevens with 12 points and Molly Stock with 4 made 3-pointers. But it wasn't just the seniors getting it done, as 2 freshmen, Gabby Helsum and Maya Epps, combined for 15 points.
Yeah, to see those 2 combined for the 15 points and to see 5 different players coming up big for the Spartan squad all around. Maya Epps chipped in 8, Helsum with 7, Royce with 7, just all around. You saw the Spartans step up big, having each of their starters, or 4 of their starters, and Gabby Helsum coming in off the bench, scoring 7 or more points in that showcase against Angola. And now to turn our attention to the Spartans' opponent here tonight, the North Central Panthers, as they have had a down season compared to their usual standards, as they sit here at 6-9 here at the midway point of the season. They started the season losing their first 5, but then followed that with a 5-game winning streak. However, they have come into this one having dropped 4 out of their last 5 and are looking to flip the script with a statement win over one of the top teams in the state.
Yeah, this team has had some close losses, and they've been streaky all season long, both winning and losing in streaks, as you see on your screen there. And a win over the Spartans would go a long way towards turning their season around.
Yeah, they have been absolutely almost the definition of a streaky team so far in this one. And almost you can break them up into sections of 5. You see the 5 straight losses that start the year, then the next 5, they win those 5 straight games, and then their last 5 game, they only won 1 of those. Maybe here right now is where they flip it back and get on the positive with a new section of 5 games.
Yeah, and they really have not been bad this season. I mean, you see right there, a lot of their losses have come by single digits. 2 points to Westfield, 3 to Brownsburg, 6 to Lawrence North, 3 to Snyder, losing in overtime to Ben Davis, and it goes on. A team that has played better than the record shows.
Yeah, this is certainly a team that you cannot take for granted if you're the Homestead Spartans. You have to be ready for this North Central Panthers squad, as they have shown through and through this entire season. They do have the ability to compete with some of the top teams in the state. They've played those close games against the good teams. It's just they haven't really been able to pull off the win, but they're looking for that signature win here in Spartan Arena.
Yeah, and the Spartans really can't get down on them because, like we just talked about earlier, the Spartans have not played a game for 2 weeks, so they're going to have to get back into that flow of playing a game, and this is a great way for them to do it.
Yeah, we're not playing for almost 2 weeks now, the Homestead Spartans. Definitely going to be interesting to see if they're able to come out with that same energy we saw earlier in the season, or if they might start a little slow, which really wouldn't be that shocking with that two-week break.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to start slow for this team, and they're a team that really wants to get wins. Right now, they just have 2 losses on the season. First losing by 12 points to Noblesville, and then that overtime thriller where they lost on a buzzer beater to Huntington North, a team that wants to continue to rack up the wins as we start 2023.
Yeah, Noblesville and Huntington North, the 2 losses that you just mentioned. Noblesville, a top 5 team in the state of Indiana. Well, Huntington North, you mentioned it, a thriller when they played the Vikings. That one went to overtime as they fell on a half-court buzzer beater. The Spartan squad, outside of those 2 losses, has just almost been perfect this entire season as they sit at 11-2 here.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the season, they only have 1 win in single digits. That was 5 points against Carroll. But besides that, they have really dominated all their games. And kind of like the Panthers, they're a team that play better than even their record shows.
Yeah, this Panthers squad has definitely played better than their record shows, as we will now take a short break, but we will be back for some tip-off action here from Homestead High School.
Touchdown, Homestead! Dribbles it, mid-range jumper up. He got it! Zach Kruger hit the shot.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marcos specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
Put the chrome art on your drip. Add up mathematics just like magic way it flip. Look at the
A minute 15 in. Here's McLaughlin, a three ball in the corner. That's good. Oh, the Spartans are state champion.
Before I got this rich, I was my life was going. Now you reappear, but I hate tricks. Look.
Welcome live to Spartan Arena, as we are now just a few short moments from tip-off between the Homestead Spartans and North Central Panthers in this one, as we will be meeting the starting lineup for each of these squads here in this one, as Craig Hayden is going to be in for the Panthers, Ava Couch, Caitlin Hoff, Tritney Archery, and Nakaya Harris, all in there for the Panthers.
Yeah, and the Panthers are a team, as you see on your screen, they have a lot of experience, starting 3 seniors and 2 juniors tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch that Panthers squad in this one. And then for the Homestead Spartans, it's the usual 5: Emma Royce, Maya Epps, Evie Bottoms, Molly Stock, and Allie Stevens.
Yeah, the Spartans are a team that also have a lot of senior experience as well. We also see Maya Epps, the freshman, starting for them as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch these two squads. Lots of seniors starting for both of these teams. But as you mentioned, the freshman Maya Epps for the Spartans, along with some freshmen that have made some big impact off the bench this season. So a mixture of youth and some seniors for the Sparty squad.
Yeah, and one of those freshmen that has been making a big impact for the Spartans so far this year is Gabby Helsum. We talked about her a little bit in the pregame show. Watch for her to come off the bench and make a big impact for the Spartans.
Yeah, and it really has seemed like she may have started off the season a little slow for the Spartans, but the past couple of games, she has really been picking it up. Now up to 5.7 points per game and 5.2 rebounds per game. Off the bench, she has been huge coming off the bench for the Spartan squad, and it's really a testament to the depth of this squad.
Yeah, this team has amazing depth on their roster, being able to go 12 or 13 players deep on any given night. And Gabby Helsum, like you mentioned, got off to a bit of a slow start to the season. She's really been picking things up, and I think that'll continue as she gets more experience at the varsity level.
And now just moments away from tip-off in this one, as the 11-2 Homestead Spartans, number 9 in Class 4A, play host to North Central Panthers, a 6-9 squad looking to snap a 3-game losing streak in this one. As in for the tip for the Panthers is going to be Caitlin Hoff. For the Spartans, it's going to be Allie Stevens. The tip is controlled by Epps of the Spartans. And we're off in this one.
The Spartans are a team that they love to win the tip, and they love to get off to a hot start to games to try and get their opponent's hopes down.
And that time's a little too hot there. Just sending a pass out of bounds. A little too aggressive from Evie Bottoms. A turnover on the first possession of the ball game. The Spartan squad is averaging 15 turnovers a game on the season.
Yeah, and that's really been one of their biggest downfalls this year is turnovers. This team has been so good at shooting all season long, but those 2 losses were largely caused because they are turning the ball over just a little bit too much.
As now the Panthers find a wide open look for Archie, and she knocks down a triple. First points of the game come from Trinity Archie of the Panthers.
Yeah, and for the Panthers, that's the perfect start to the game, forcing a turnover on the Spartans, and now forcing another one as they'll get possession back with that 3-point lead. As we take another look at it, Trinity Archie able to get wide open around the arc and nail down that 3.
Just 2 possessions so far for the Spartans offensively and 2 turnovers. Not very characteristic of what we've seen so far this season. As Couch is giving it over to Archie, then down low it is Harris who gets blocked. And Archie tries to follow it, and no good there for the Panthers. Spartans move quick, and Royce finishes in transition.
And that's something we've seen the Spartans do all season as well, getting a lot of their points in transition. They just try to outrun the other team.
Now Kreinhagen swinging it to Archie, who knocked down the triple on the first possession of the game for the Panthers offense. As Hoff gives it out there to Archie. The Panthers just looking for a good shot on the first possession. They did find Trinity Archie wide open, and I'm sure they're trying to get good looks like that throughout this entire ball game as they slip it up and turn it over there. And then Royce in transition once again. This time gets fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and going back to the Panthers for a moment, they really need to wait for open shots. Don't rush a shot. Something the Spartans have been good at all season long is forcing teams to rush shots, and the Panthers just need to take what's given to them.
The first free throw, no good for Emma Royce, the 72% shooter from the line on the year.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising. She shoots really well from the free throw line, although she is able to get her second one to fall.
Now we're tied as 2 players have scored in this ball game. Royce with 3 and Archie with 3 for the Panthers.
And once again, if you're the Panthers here, a tie game early on, you just need to be looking to get the best possible shot you can.
And that is not what the Panthers want to be doing there, as it's another turnover. Now the Spartans on the attack, and the freshman Maya Epps finishes at the rim.
Maya Epps has been huge for the Spartans all season long, currently averaging 11.6 points per game, and that is what she loves to do, get possession of the ball around the arc and drive down low for the buckets.
Couch now attacks, no good. Harris fighting for the offensive rebound and hauls it in. And then a foul will be called on the Spartans. Appeared to be Maya Epps there, and it will be called on the freshman Maya Epps. Her first personal. There's now going to be a substitution here, as Kemp will check in for Caitlin Hoff, as Hoff goes to the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like the shoelace came out of Caitlin Hoff's shoe, so she had to be subbed out of the game right there.
And that was some nice aggressive defense there from the Spartans on the inbound, just making everything difficult as Royce tipped that one out of bounds.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Parker, you have to be proud of how aggressive the Spartans have been playing all season long. That is a big part of their winning ways.
As Harris with a nice move down low and a finish off the glass. Epps attacking inside. Can't get it to finish.
We saw Epps kind of try to draw the contact there as she went to the hoop. Couldn't get a foul call or the shot to go, but that's something that the Panthers are going to have to watch out for all game long.
Now Stevens pulls from just inside the three-point arc. And you were just talking about it, how Epps trying to draw the contact down low. We really have seen that from the Spartans guards, Emma Royce and Maya Epps, trying to attack the basket, draw those fouls, and get themselves to the line.
And that's a big reason why they're averaging so many points per game. They're also both amazing free throw shooters, with Emma Royce shooting at 72% and Maya Epps shooting at about 70%.
Now about halfway through this first quarter of action. Still tied at 5s. Epps trying to get the lead for the Spartans. No dice.
Maya Epps, someone who lately hasn't been shooting quite as well from three as we saw early in the year, currently shooting 25% from three-point range.
As Harris finds herself right at the basket again and gets it to go off the glass once again.
And the Spartans really need to try to do something to slow Harris down, whether that be a double team, try to force some traps. She's just killing them down low.
As the Panthers appear to be putting out a full court pressure now on the Spartans. That's really something that we've seen in the past couple of seasons. The Spartans haven't been able to get past very easily. Maya Epps kind of has helped the Spartans this season. But it's going to be interesting to see how much of a factor that pressure is in this one. As Harris pulled another jump shot there, that time no good. As Stock will pull from the corner. And Harris hauls in the rebound for the Panthers. That was Archie at the rim. Scored the first points of the ball game with a triple.
Right now, neither team can really seem to get the ball to fall in at all. The Panthers trying to slow things down here a little bit, but lids seem to be on both of the baskets right now.
Yeah, neither of these teams are really getting their shots to fall. We've seen some good looks from each of these squads, but the shots seem to just not be hitting. As a foul will be called on Molly Stock there. It's going to be her first personal, team second. As Gabby Helsum going to be the first Spartan off the bench as Evie Bottoms goes to the sideline. As Royce now with another steal defensively, averaging 2.7 on the season, gets one there. Now Stock from the mid-range, cash.
And that's a couple possessions now we've seen Molly Stock able to get to the right wing, put up shots. She hadn't gotten them to fall up to that point, but maybe now she's starting to get a little hot.
Now Hoff checked back into the ball game after Shoelace came out earlier. Now driving inside, Archie can't get it to drop. Has had some good looks at the rim. That one just narrowly misses once again. As the Spartans right there, another turnover.
Yeah, and turnovers are really killing the Spartans right now. And that's a big reason of why this game is tied. The Spartans have had better looks than the Panthers up to this point, but they keep turning the ball over.
Now here with a minute 30 left in this first quarter. Still a tie ball game. As Couch will pull the trigger from downtown and cashes it in.
A nice shot there from Ava Couch, but a great pass as well from Trinity Archie across the court.
And talking about a great pass, there's another one that finds Royce wide open at the rim. Now Stock with a steal defensively out in transition again and gets it to go. That's the quick striking ability of this Spartan squad. We've seen them be able to go on some runs this season. As Couch gives it out to Archie. A three drops in. Her second of the ball game.
Right now, back and forth battle. Both teams trading the lead as the ball's going to go out of bounds off the Panthers there. But yeah, right now, both these teams really starting to feel it from the floor.
Yeah, we were just talking about a few moments ago. Shots didn't seem to be dropping. Well, right away, we got the answer. Both of these teams throwing down some buckets. Panthers bringing in the full court pressure. Stock trying to get across the timeline, and she will be able to. Over to Helsum. And she's double teamed, stripped away, and a turnover, but then right away a travel's called on the Panthers. So double turnover there for each squad.
Kind of sums up the game up to this point right now. We've seen a lot of turnovers, especially by the Spartans. And right now, whatever team can stop turning the ball over is the team that's going to start to pull away in this game.
Now the Spartans with 20 seconds left, trailing by 2 in this first quarter. Trying to get it down low to Stevens. And then a jump ball will be called on the follow-up. Possession arrow favors the Panthers.
And this is a big possession coming up for the Panthers. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Probably going to hold for the last shot and a chance to get this lead up to a 2-score game heading into the second.
As Couch gives it out to Burris. Now just 5 seconds left. Down low over to Kemp. No good at the rim. Rebound brought in by Stock, and that will bring us to the end of this first quarter of action as the North Central Panthers lead the Homestead Spartans 13-11.
You home.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat you up when you go home. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. I'm just gonna bite you.
Oh baby, that looks amazing. Marcos, pizza lovers get it.
Welcome back to Spartan Arena as the Homestead Spartans trail after one against the Panthers 13-11. And what a showcase from the Panthers overall in that first quarter, being able to hold on to this lead and really forcing some Spartans turnovers that had them struggling early on in that first quarter.
Yeah, and that's a big reason as to why the Panthers are winning right now, forcing turnovers from the Spartans, as well as the Panthers have been able to get some shots to fall that the Spartans have not been able to, but both teams have had some shots that didn't fall that we know they would like to be making.
Now entering this second quarter of action, as Helsum will have it top of the key. The Spartans currently have 3 freshmen out on the court as one of them, Maya Epps, pulls the trigger on a 3-ball. No good as the long rebounds brought in by Hoff for the Panthers.
And that's the second time we've seen Maya Epps miss a 3-pointer so far in this game. Not able to get the 3-ball to fall right now.
And right there, the ball tipped out of bounds off of a missed shot. The Panthers have certainly had a lot of second chance opportunities so far in this one.
Yeah, those second chance opportunities have been big for the Panthers thus far, and that's because they've been really aggressive on the boards. So even if they can't get the rebound, they're able to force the Spartans to knock it out of bounds.
A great team defensive effort to bottle that one up there for the Spartans, as they're able to get it back their way as the ball's tipped out of bounds off of the Panthers. Spartans retain possession here.
Right now, the Spartans are looking a little bit sluggish. Not something we're used to seeing from them. You mentioned they've had that 2-week layoff. Really got to try to get things going here in the second.
As Epps tries to get it going, attacking the basket, rolls all around the rim and off. Archie across the timeline for this Panthers squad. As we have seen throughout this one, the Panthers really like to take their time and look for the best shot opportunity as Harris gets double teamed out to the corner. Harris got 2 early buckets against the Spartans defense, and they've just not had it since then. Double teaming every time she gets that post touch. As Hoff just loses that one, got herself out of the double team, but then just a little out of control, turning around and throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, she did a great job of working out of that double team. She had a teammate behind her. I think she was trying to get it to her. Ball slipped out of her hand, though.
And then an offensive foul will be called, and an illegal screen called on Allie Stevens of the Spartans. Her second personal and third on the Spartans of this half. As Royce tried to get in the pass lane, and that time unsuccessful, and leaves Couch wide open for a mid-range jumper. Couch now up to 5 for the Panthers on the night.
Ever since the Panthers have started pressing more on defense, the Spartans have had a tough time of handling it, although Maya Epps was able to draw the foul there.
And we've already talked about it in this one. Maya Epps really all season long has done a great job of trying to attack the basket, draw those fouls, and send herself to the free throw line as she goes to the charity stripe once again.
So we take a look at our real-time stats there. So far, the Spartans, 5 of 16 from the field. North Central, very similarly. 1 more made field goal, currently shooting 6 of 16 from the field.
Yeah, both of these teams have been struggling from the field in this one, as it has been a defensive bout so far. It's Burris over to Couch. Couch scored on the last Panthers possession, looking for another one as that ball gets tipped out of bounds off her leg, and it's going to go to the Spartans.
And you get a good look of it there. Ava Couch in disbelief. She does not believe the ball touched her knee at all, but the ref calls it off of her, and it'll be Spartan basketball.
Now the Panthers applying some full court pressure once again. Spartans break past it. Epps on the attack once again. And that shot was blocked, and then she was out of bounds when she grabbed that rebound. So it's going to be Panthers ball here.
Some uncharacteristic mistakes from the Spartans right now. They're playing a lot more sloppy than we've seen all year long, and that's why they're losing this game right now.
And really, it seems like the Spartans are almost going unnecessarily fast as Archie drops down another triple, her 3rd of the game already. But the Spartans, really, because of that pressure from the Panthers, have just been trying to speed themselves up way too much, as right there trying to go too fast, they turn it over again. And I really think the Spartans just need to slow it down offensively, and that could cure their woes right now.
Yeah, the Spartans have been going fast all season long, but the difference is that it was working then. It's not working right now this game. And to your point, Noah, they really need to start slowing things down, value their possessions a little bit more.
Now Burris on the attack, finishes strong at the rim.
Great job by Burris there, going through the contact to make that shot.
Stevens now will pull the trigger on a 3-ball long. Spartans able to get the offensive rebound. Now they have a chance for some half-court offense here. As that was tipped out of bounds off of the Panthers. Spartans going to keep possession, trailing by 5 in this one. What do you think the Spartans need to do to clean things up offensively?
They need to take their time, slow things down, like we were just talking about. And then they've been getting some open looks. They've got to get those shots to fall. As we see Gabby Helsum miss an open look right there.
But then a second chance opportunity as Helsum makes up for it with a triple. Helsum shooting 35% from beyond the arc so far in this season. Really has been a big 3-point shooter off of the bench for the Sparty squad all year long. As now it's going to be Kreinhagen pulling the trigger. No good.
And the Spartans just down 2 possessions. Looked like they were struggling, but right here, they have a chance to tie the game back up or even take the lead.
And now it's Bottoms down low. As Helsum on the attack loses her footing, and it's a turnover. Yet another turnover for the Sparty squad.
Yeah, and that one's tough for the Spartans. That turnover really wasn't because of a mistake. Gabby Helsum just lost her footing over there, and now it's Panther basketball.
Now Couch up over to Kreinhagen. As Couch with a backdoor cut right to the rim, just can't finish it. A great job there by Couch getting by the defense, but just narrowly missed that one. As we are going to stay here as the Homestead Spartans currently trail 20-18 with just under 3 minutes left in this second quarter. It's been an interesting matchup so far in this one.
Yeah, and I think right now the Spartans should consider themselves lucky to be down just 2 points. They've been struggling big time right now. So we do get a look at that great shot from Gabby Helsum from beyond the arc. We've seen the Panthers, they've had some layups that really look that they're going in, and they've been rolling out. If they can get more of those shots to fall, they'll start pulling away from the Spartans.
Yeah, if they can get those shots from downtown to fall, it's going to be huge for this Homestead Spartan squad, as they've had some open looks just not really falling. But we did see that Gabby Helsum triple fall for the Spartans. That might just make this Spartan squad start to think the rim's a little bigger there and knock down some triples.
Coach Parker certainly hopes so, especially alongside this timeout, hoping he can find any way possible to get his girls going.
So now with the pressure once again, the Panthers. As the Spartans able to get across the timeline. Panthers playing an aggressive defense here in the half court as it forces yet another turnover.
And once again, the Spartans just not valuing the ball, throwing it straight out of bounds there. Coach Parker obviously upset on the sideline.
So now Hoff on the Sparty logo over to Archie. Now down low, Harris with a nice touch pass from Couch. Harris finishes. As the Spartans now trail by 4. Really have not been able to get things going consistently offensively with this aggressive Panthers defense so far. As Helsum gets it in the middle of the zone and then just throws it away, stolen by Archie. Now Hoff in transition, puts it up and is fouled. We'll go to the line for 2. Foul was called on Emma Royst of the Spartans. That's going to be her first personal of the night.
And there we get a look at the turnover count. The Spartans already with 10 turnovers on the night. The Panthers also have a lot of turnovers in and of themselves with 8, but still not quite as much as the Spartans.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers between these two squads. If they have both struggled, as both of these teams defensively play very aggressive and make it difficult for their opponents.
Yeah, and there's nothing better than a good old-fashioned physical defensive battle for the basketball, and so far that's what we've got on our hands.
As Epps, a heavily contested triple, splashes in.
Maya Epps, great job there. The Panthers were calling for a travel on her, but she was able to get open around the three-point arc and knock it down.
A cross-court pass to Couch. She can't finish, but Harris with a second chance opportunity and followed. 8 points now for Nakaya Harris. As another turnover. Harris now kicks it out to the corner. Archie, a 3-ball, no good. That one may have forced Coach Rod Parker to call another timeout, as that would have extended the lead out to 7 for the Panthers. Spartans happy with the miss.
Get another look at that 3 there from Maya Epps, able to knock it down. But how about Nakaya Harris right now for North Central? She is everywhere on the floor.
She has been all around for this squad. As the Spartans now across the timeline. Epps over to Stock. Now Helsum attacking inside. A mid-range, no good. Rebound brought in by Kreinhagen of the Panthers. Now under a minute remains in this first half of action. Panthers holding a 4-point lead. Be interesting to see if they elect to hold for the final shot here or try and just look for the good look, and they will shoot a 3. Kreinhagen, no good. As Royst over to Stock in the corner. 20 seconds left in this first half of action. Spartans trail by 4, looking to cut into that lead before going to the locker room. Drives inside the floater. That one's long. 7 seconds left. Panthers got to hurry. Burris across the timeline. 3 seconds. Driving inside, puts it up, and it's blocked by Royst. And that will bring us to the end of this first half of action, as it is a Panthers 25-21 lead over the Class 4A number 9 Homestead Spartans at the break.
You don't plan on getting an injury, so why should you plan ahead to care for one? At Orthostat, you don't have to. Whether you get hurt on the job or on the field, or if you're experiencing sudden, localized pain, we fix the unexpected. Our walk-in clinics provide emergency access to a full range of diagnostic, non-surgical, and surgical treatments. And the best part is, there's never an appointment or referral needed. So you can get in, get out, and get going. Orthostat is recognized by Anthem and other insurance plans as an alternative to the ER.
Rethink your limits.
Southwest Allen County Schools is our home. Home to dedicated staff, passionate teachers, and a generous community that values and supports education. We believe our culture of learning embraces change, flexibility, and innovation. We believe our schools serve as the hub of our diverse community. We value hard work, attention to craft, and tenacity. We ask questions, share ideas, and work together to find new ways to do new things, great things, for our students, for our district, and for our community. In partnership with parents, we believe learning encompasses critical thinking, creative thinking, collaboration, communication, citizenship, and resiliency. We take pride in our successes and share in our accomplishments. We are Southwest Allen County Schools, preparing today's learners for tomorrow's opportunities.
Welcome back to Homestead High School here as at the break, the Spartans are currently trailing the North Central Panthers 25-21 as we will take a look at the stats from the first half of action in this one as the North Central Panthers really played great from beyond the arc, knocking down 5 triples in that first half of action.
Yeah, the Panthers dominated most of the statistical categories in this game, shooting better from field goal range, albeit just a little bit, 38% compared to the Spartans' 32%. Neither team really being able to knock down a lot of field goals. Then you mentioned the three-point department. Each team has about the same number of attempted three-pointers, but the Panthers have knocked down 3 more, shooting 50% from three-point range. Free throws, the Panthers have not had any yet. The Spartans shooting pretty good from free throw range, 3 of 4. The rebounding department, the Spartans are leading in, and that's a big reason of why they have stayed in this game, leading 19-13. And then turnovers, both these teams have had a lot of turnovers, and the Spartans have committed two more with 10 turnovers to the Panthers' 8.
Yeah, just looking at the stat line from this first half of action, it almost looks as simple as the Panthers right now have a 4-point lead, and they knocked down 3 more triples in that first half than the Spartans, and that's really the reason why they have this 4-point lead, as they were just able to get those shots from beyond the arc falling. The Spartans, they had some good looks from beyond the arc, but they just weren't dropping.
The Spartans have had some good looks in general, not just around the arc, but yeah, like you said, they just cannot get them to fall no matter where they are shooting from.
And with that, we will go back to break, but we'll be back with second half of action live from here, Spartan Arena, as the Panthers lead 25-21 at the break.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
You don't plan on getting an injury, so why should you plan ahead to care for one? At OrthoStat, you don't have to. Whether you get hurt on the job or on the field, or if you're experiencing sudden, localized pain, we fix the unexpected. Our walk-in clinics provide emergency access to a full range of diagnostic, non-surgical, and surgical treatments. And the best part is, there's never an appointment or referral needed. So you can get in, get out, and get going. OrthoStat is recognized by Anthem and other insurance plans as an alternative to the ER.
Welcome live to Spartan Arena as the Homestead Spartans currently trail the North Central Panthers 25-21 after 16 minutes of action, as the first half has concluded in the second half just now moments away. What are your keys to the second half in this one for each of these squads?
Well, for the Panthers, just keep doing what you have been doing. You're up 4 points. The only thing is they need to try to make a few more of their open looks, especially the ones they have gotten down low. But so far, they've done a great job of hitting for 3. And then for the Spartans, value the basketball more. They played probably the sloppiest half we've seen them play all season long. A lot of turnovers. They need to try to fix that as the second half commences.
Now to start off the second half of action, it will be Panthers ball. Archie takes the inbound to start off the second half. Harris with it, top of the key. We saw Harris do a lot of work down low for the Panthers in that first half of action.
Yeah, especially late in that second quarter. She was a big physical presence for the Panthers, maybe starting to wear down some of the Spartans players as well.
And the Panthers trying to look for a good shot to start off this second half here. As Hoff sends a cross-court pass over to Couch, who quickly attacks inside. Then a spin move, fader in from Ava Couch.
Great shot there from Ava Couch, and a great pass as well from Caitlin Hoff across court. And I've seen the Panthers passing the ball across court a lot so far this game.
And Couch really has started to come on for this Panthers squad. A little bit of a slow start for her, but late in that second quarter and now early on in this second half, she has been playing great for the Panthers. Panthers with a 6-point lead here now, trying to extend it even further.
And in the first half, we saw the Panthers take their time on their possessions. And now with the 6-point lead, we're probably going to see them do that even more like they are right now, not forcing any stupid shots.
As they are just absolutely taking their time as Hoff drives inside and will draw the foul on that layup attempt. And will go to the line for two. It's going to be her second trip to the charity stripe of this ball game. Went 1 for 2 with her first trip to the line. First free throw now extends the lead up to 7 for the Panthers. The second one drops in as well. Now an 8-point lead for the Panthers. 4-0 run to start off the second half of action, as there's going to be a foul called on Grindhagen of the Panthers.
And the Spartans have to get something going. No points here, almost 2 minutes into the second half, and now they are down 3 possessions already.
As Epps tries to get it going and does. Knocks down a triple. Now the Spartans giving the Panthers a bit of a taste of their own medicine with some full court pressure. As Epps gets a steal, now in transition, attacks the basket, goes up strong and finishes it. The Panthers started to pull away a little bit there, and Maya Epps herself goes on a quick 5-0 run.
And just like that, the Spartans strike like lightning, down now just 3 points, cutting this to a 1-possession game.
As the Spartans playing much more aggressive here now defensively. Those 5 points really energized the Spartan squad. As Hoff kicks it out to Couch. A 3-pointer, no good. Now Royst for the Spartans. Loses it, but then gains back control. The Spartans trying to continue the momentum. Epps got it going, but then a foul will be called on the floor. A blocking foul on the Panthers.
Kaya Harris there going down hard, trying to draw the charge. Instead, it's going to be a blocking foul on her second foul of the game.
It's going to be interesting to watch her in foul trouble here, as she's been a key presence for this squad. As Sock drives inside and gets that one to drop. 7-0 run now for Sparty.
And so far in this half, we've already seen the Spartans valuing the ball a lot more and taking more care of it on their possessions.
Harris with another great move to the rim and now gets herself up into double digits. Now up to 10 with that last bucket. As Bottoms pulls the trigger on a 3, no good. And then Stock gets a steal for the Spartans. Yet another turnover for the Panthers, and then loses it, a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Homestead.
Yeah, and while the Spartans will retain possession there, that's kind of what's been going on with the Spartans. They're able to get a turnover, and then they immediately lose possession of the ball. Luckily for them, though, they will retain possession here.
And now we will take a short break as North Central called a timeout, but we will be right back with third quarter action from Spartan Arena.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Spartan Arena here as the Homestead Spartans currently trail the North Central Panthers 31-28 with 4:27 left in this third quarter of action. North Central started off this second half strong with a 6-0 or a 4-0 run, and then the Spartans answered right away with a 7-0 run.
Yeah, like we've seen the Spartans do all season long. They struck like lightning, and just like that, they have cut the lead down to 3 points and have possession of the basketball.
Yeah, the Spartans all year long have shown that potential to easily strike quick for this squad, and it has really made it difficult for their opponents to hold on to that lead. As Epps will be called for an over and back. Pressure by Trinity Archie too much there.
And the Panthers have done a great job all game long, forcing the Spartans into uncharacteristic mistakes. Just like that, Maya Epps, a player we rarely see make mistakes, especially backcourt violations like that.
Now Epps playing aggressive defensively. As Harris gets it down low for the Panthers, goes up strong and is fouled. Emma Royce called for the foul there. That's going to be her second of the ball game. About halfway through this third quarter of action, Royce gets her second personal.
And while 2 fouls is nothing to worry about quite yet, she's going to have to start playing a little bit less aggressive so that she doesn't get into foul trouble. As there you take a look at the rebound stats, Homestead currently out-rebounding the Panthers 20-15.
Harris missed that first free throw. Second one, no good as well. As the Spartans now in transition. Bottoms had it outside. And now Epps on the attack once again. But yet another foul called on the floor. Basket won't count. Archie with the foul there. Her first personal. As Royce takes the inbound. And now stopped. 3:45 left in this third quarter. The Spartans were on a bit of a run, but after a timeout, just a little slow here as Bottoms will pull the trigger on a 3 and knocks it down.
And a great job there by Evie Bottoms, not rushing the shot, taking the time to set her feet. She knew she had time to work with and getting the three-pointer to go.
As Archie cannot get that one to fall. The Spartans trying to keep the momentum rolling. Stock pulls the trigger for the lead, no good. Rebound hauled in by Archie. Now over to Burris, a 3-ball in. Burris silences the Spartans' run with that one, and the Panthers lead back up to 3.
The Spartan crowd was starting to get into it a little bit there, but Burris able to knock down the big 3 for the Panthers to give them the lead right back.
As Royce now driving inside, throws it out, and Epps brings it in. Epps from deep 3-point land, no good. But Bottoms, with a great effort, gets second chance opportunity. Out to Stock, a triple bullseye from Molly Stock. Ties up the ball game at 34s with 2:25 left in this third quarter. We have a tie ball game here.
And great effort from Allie Stevens there, passing the ball to Molly Stock as she was falling to the ground. And then a great shot from Molly Stock as well to tie this game back up.
As Burris gives it over to Archie. Now in the corner, Hoff, a pump fake, a drive, and a finish from Caitlin Hoff. She's now up to 5 points in this ball game, and the Panthers lead back out to 2. As the Spartans, after a bit of a slow start to the second half, have really caught fire as of late. This time it's a turnover and then a foul committed right away by Emma Royst, and that's going to be number 3 on number 4, Emma Royst.
And right after we saw the Spartans starting to clean things up offensively, not really any turnovers in this half, we see a mistake made right there by Emma Royst. And while that is her third foul of the game, it's a foul I think you're okay with if you're Coach Parker, because it stopped a pretty easy scoring opportunity.
As right away, Harris scores down low. Harris has been big for the Panthers squad inside all game long and is now up to 12. As Stock with the answer. Stock on a roll for the Spartans now. As Harris through a double team, kicks it out over to Hoff, a 3, no good. And how about Harris, the center for this Panthers squad, showing off some handles, breaking the pressure there. As Epps will go to the line after drawing the foul on Hoff there.
Couple big free throws here coming up for Maya Epps. 9 minutes left in the game, a minute left in the quarter, and she has a chance to tie the game up at the line.
And when the lead ballooned out to the biggest it has been all game long, we saw Maya Epps step up big for the Spartan squad, knock down a triple, and then get a steal, get it going out in transition. And this freshman has really been the energizer in this game for the Spartans.
Yeah, she currently sits at 13 points for the game, and we just saw her miss a free throw there, but she is currently shooting 69% from the free throw line.
Now Burris on the Sparty logo. Guarded tightly here by Stock. Driving inside, it goes into a triple team, and a foul will be called on that shot, sending Burris to the line. The foul called on Maya Epps of the Spartans. That's going to be her second personal. So now a pair of Spartans guards in a bit of foul trouble here.
Yeah, in a game that's only going to get more physical as we head into the final minutes and the final quarter. You obviously do not want some of your biggest players and your guards starting to get into foul trouble.
Burris knocks down that first free throw. She's now up to 6 here for the Panthers on the night.
If she makes this one, they would now tie the Spartans in made free throws in this game, and she does.
Lead back out to 3 for the Panthers. Seconds remain in this third quarter. Stock on the logo, guarded by Couch. Now Ankenbrook. Stock gets a screen from Stevens over there. As the Spartans probably looking for the last shot here. Stock in a bit of trouble, gets it over to Bottoms. Now under 15 seconds, Ankenbrook was triple team there. Now Stevens drives into a double, blocked by Hoff, but a foul will be called. Sending Allie Stevens to the line for 2 free throws as the foul was called on Caitlin Hoff, which will be her third personal of the ballgame.
And Allie Stevens, someone you do not want to send to the free throw line, currently shooting 84% from the line, although the old commentators jinx as she misses that one there.
And a bit of surprise so far in this one is Allie Stevens here, only with now 3 points here on the night. She's really been the leading scorer all season long for the Spartans. Just hasn't had the looks in this one. As now with just 6 seconds left in this third quarter, it's going to be North Central ball inbounding up by 2. Burris on the logo. 2 seconds left. Over to Couch. Couch has to hoist it up, and she does, but it's no good. And that will bring us to the end of this third quarter with a North Central 40-38 lead over the Homestead Spartans.
You home.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat you up when you go home. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. I'm just gonna bite you.
Oh baby, that looks amazing. Marcos, pizza lovers get it.
Welcome back to Spartan Arena here as the Spartans currently trail the North Central Panthers 40-38 in this one. The Panthers looking to avoid falling to a 4th straight loss here, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, as the Homestead Spartans, they're trying to continue their dominant winning streak.
Yeah, and they also are trying to stay inside the top 10 of the 4A and coaches poll rankings. A loss here very well can knock them out of that top 10.
As Ankenbrook gives it over to Helsum. Now Stock feeding Stevens down low. The Spartans are in a little bit of foul trouble here as Maya Epps and Emma Royce currently on the bench. Epps with 2 personals and Royce with 3. Here's where early on in the fourth quarter as Ankenbrook leaves a 3-pointer short. Helsum follows and gets it to drop, plus the foul, and 1 for Gabby Helsum.
Gabby Helsum, we talked about her a little bit in the pregame show. She is big for this team, being the 6th girl coming off of the bench, and she has been huge for them all season long.
Helsum now up to 5 points in this ball game, with a free throw gets up to 6, just above her average of 5.7 a game, as that gives the Spartans the lead for the first time in this second half. As Bottoms gets a steal and an easy lay-in. Now a 3-point Spartans lead after the nice steal from Evie Bottoms.
And if you're the Panthers, you really have to attack on the offensive end with Emma Royce and Maya Epps both out of the game right now.
Now Archie from 3, no good. Rebound tipped around. Spartans control it. All the momentum seems to be going Sparty's way here right now. Now up by 3. Stock for a triple splash from Molly Stock, and now it's up to 6. The Spartans on a roll.
And this arena that has been silent most of the night has absolutely come alive as North Central is forced to call a timeout after this Molly Stock 3-pointer from deep.
And what a job from this Homestead Spartan squad. Early on in that second half and in that third quarter, they were struggling. The Panthers' lead was extending out to 8, nearing double digits, but it never got there as the Spartans were able to answer back and now have a 6-point lead with just over 6 minutes left in the ballgame.
And a big part of the Spartans' ability to come back has been that don't quit attitude, as well as their depth that they have coming off of the bench. And that is a big reason as to why they're ahead in this game, currently leading by 2 scores and forcing the Panthers to burn a timeout.
Now coming out of the timeout, the Panthers trying to get ready to mount a bit of a comeback here. Now trailing by 6. As Archie takes the inbound out of the timeout.
And this is a big possession for the Panthers as they really need to try to silence the Spartans crowd a little bit. They are absolutely rocking right now.
As Kreinhagen gives it out over to Archie. Now Archie pulls the trigger on a 3-ball short. Rebound brought in by Stevens. Now Stock in transition, puts up a layup, no good, and will go to the line for 2 as she was fouled. Stock with 14 points in this one, as the foul on the shot was called on Trinity Archie of the Panthers. Her second personal. 7th team foul, though, so that now will send the Spartans into the bonus.
And Molly Stock missing her first free throw there. Overall, a pretty good free throw shooter, shooting 61% on the season, but she now misses 2 in a row.
And those 2 missed free throws could be crucial here, as the Panthers still within just 2 possessions or 2 3-pointers, trailing by 6 here. As that's just going to be an over and back violation, just a little bit of a miscommunication between Hoff and Harris there.
And momentum clearly on the Spartans side right now. The Panthers seem a little bit rattled. They've been ahead most of this game. We're only down a couple of points, and now we're going to have to see how they're able to bounce back from this.
As Stock guarded by Couch here. Over to Ankenbrook, a triple, no good. As Archie pushing the pace for the Panthers, trying to get this team alive. Pass down low to Harris, just sails out of bounds. And that's going to be another Panthers turnover in these crucial last couple minutes. The Panthers cannot afford to continue turning the ball over.
Yeah, and right now they just can't seem to get Harris and Archie going right now. And that's a big reason for the deficit, as well as Allie Stevens being able to knock down big threes like that.
As Stock gets a steal right away and scores. The Spartans are on a run like no other right now. Up 11 now, 51-40. Just a couple minutes ago, it was 40-40 in this one, but the Spartans are controlling here.
Yeah, the Spartans have absolutely flipped the script in this game. It felt like it was the Panthers' night, a chance to pull off the upset against the 8th-ranked Spartans, but so far it is not to be. Down 11 points with 5 minutes, remaining in the game, and they really need to start putting some shots together, as well as some defensive stops if they're going to get back in this.
Yeah, going into this last quarter, the Panthers really look to be in a favorable position here. But now, trailing by 11, they certainly are looking like this might be their 4th straight loss here. But the Panthers trying to stay alive and avoid that 4th straight loss and snap the 3-game losing streak, as they certainly have shown some potential to knock down the triple. It seems like down 11, they're going to have to be able to do that in these last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and in this 4th quarter, a big reason as to why they've lost the lead is they can't seem to get the triple to fall. They're also struggling to get the ball to Harris down low. And with 5 minutes left, they still have time to get back into this. You do not have to force the 3, but of course, being able to get Archie to hit some 3s and other players on the team would go a long way to coming back.
Yeah, and you mentioned not being able to get it down to Harris. That has been crucial, as she was such a key impact player, as we will see a 3-pointer from Kreinhagen, which does not drop. But overall, we saw Harris such a crucial difference maker in the first 3 quarters of this one. But in this 4th quarter, the Spartans have just shut that down. As Hoff with a steal, intercepting the passing lane, and then lays it in transition. Lead cut back down to single digits now.
Great job there by Caitlin Hoff, able to get the ball, as you mentioned, cutting the lead down to single digits, now just a 3-possession game.
Stevens puts it up and then gets it tipped all around and then drops it in. Lead back up to 11 with that Allie Stevens bucket down low, which now gets her up to 8 points on the night.
And a great job there by Stevens staying with the ball. Harris actually thought she had the rebound, started to take off, thought she had the ball. She did not. Stevens was able to get it, get the points, and now Harris able to make the shot and get the and one.
And right there, that's what we were just talking about a couple moments ago. When Harris gets the ball down low like that, she is very difficult to stop. And that time, it's an and one as Harris up to 14 points for the Panthers now, trying to make it 15 here at the line.
And a big part of having Harris available down low is it frees up your shooters such as Trinity Archie around the three-point line, so you're able to knock down some of those bigger shots.
And now the Spartans easily get past the Panthers' pressure there. 3:30 left in the game, an 8-point lead. The Panthers gonna need to force some defensive stops as they get one there. Harris with the rebound, out in transition. Harris gives it over to Couch. Harris trying to post up down low, gets the look, goes at the rim, and gets it in off the glass. Harris now up to 17 on the night, cuts the lead down to 6. The Panthers still alive in this one, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and while there are a small amount of Panthers fans in the arena here tonight, they are loud right now. Their girls are coming back now down just 2 possessions with just under 3 minutes remaining.
As Stevens now attacks inside and finds herself wide open at the rim for an easy 2. Lead back up to 8.
Allie Stevens has been huge for the Spartans so far in this quarter, now up to 10 points so far on the night.
As a foul will then be called on Evie Bottoms there, as Ava Couch got tripped up on the sideline. That's the 6th team foul on the Spartans, so the next one will send the Panthers to the line. 2:30 left in the ball game. Panthers trailing by 8. Trying to get back into it. And they're going to have to start moving fast if they want to.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Noah. I mean, with just over 2 minutes left, I understand their offense all game has been taking it slow, but you're really going to have to speed things up down 8 points.
It's the Spartans speeding things up, getting 2 points in transition there, as Stevens gets up to 12 and the Spartans lead up to 10. Harris then kicks it out to Hoff. Attacking the basket is Hoff. No good. Harris fighting for that offensive rebound. Diving to the floor. And they are going to call a kickball violation on the Spartans. So it will stay Panthers ball. Trailing by 10 now, 1:44 left. They might have to play perfect to come back in this one.
Yeah, Nakaya Harris, though, giving it her all out there for her team, leaving her blood, sweat, and tears on the court, trying to do anything she can to get her team back into this.
As Archie trying to get the Panthers back into it with that floater. Now down to 8 points as the Spartans lead. As Stevens, a three-pointer won't go. Rebound brought in by Greinhagen, as that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Panthers, so they will keep possession here.
Allie Stevens there with a bit of a heat check. She has been really hot, feeling it so far here in the 4th quarter. But with a lead like that, that's not really a three-pointer that Coach Parker is going to want to see his girls taking. Slow things down, especially with no shot clock in the state of Indiana.
Harris tried to go up with it, couldn't get it to go, but the ball is tipped out of bounds off the Spartans. So now just 1:09 left in this 4th quarter. Panthers keep possession, and they trail by 8 here.
And with the Spartans only being in the single bonus, this is a huge possession for the Panthers as they have a chance to cut it down to a 6-point game, 2-possession game, of course.
The Panthers definitely need a bucket here. as Couch drives inside, puts it up, but a foul was called on the floor, and that will send Couch to the line for a 1-and-1. Couch here has 7 points on the night for this Panthers squad. As the first free throw drops in and gets herself up to 8 and cuts the lead now down to 7.
So we get a look at some real-time stats here. Homestead has overtaken the Panthers in 3-pointers made here in the second half. That's a stat they were trailing in the first half, and a big reason as to why they are now in the lead.
The second free throw drops in as well, and now it's down to a 2-possession game. As you mentioned, Braxton, just 6 points here with just under a minute left. The Panthers certainly still within reach in this one.
Yeah, only down 6 points. Obviously, that's a big deficit, but with 58 seconds left and the Spartans only being in the single bonus, if the Spartans start missing some front ends of 1-and-1 opportunities, the Panthers can get right back into this game.
The Panthers certainly are going to have to move quick coming out of this timeout with this 6-point deficit and definitely try to suffocate on the inbound, try and force some turnovers.
And the Panthers are really going to have to start pressing really hard. We saw them doing that a lot in the first half and early in the second half, and it was working well for them. They've kind of gotten away from it a little bit, and that's part of the reason the Spartans have been able to get some open looks from 3 and take the lead.
And with 1 minute left, trailing by 6, how long do you think the Panthers wait until they foul and just try to get the steal?
I would think you wait until you're trying to get a violation, not getting across the timeline, as we do see a foul there. But with 50 seconds, I would have waited a little bit longer there. Force the Spartans to get the ball across half court before you foul.
As it's now going to be Molly Stock heading to the charity stripe. A 61% shooter on the season. Her last trip went 0 for 2 from the line. Now shooting a front end of the 1-and-1 here. It's up and no good. Rebound hauled in by Harris. The Panthers trailing by just 6. Under 50 to go. Archie over to Couch. A pump fake, drives in. Puts up the mid-range, no good, but Harris right there for the follow. She can't get it to drop either. Rebound tipped around, and a foul will be called, and Stevens will go to the line.
Nakia Harris, she was right there. She had the look after getting her teammates miss. Had a chance to cut it down to a 4-point game. Couldn't get it to fall, and now Allie Stevens will be heading to the line, an 84% free throw shooter.
Stevens with the front end of the 1-and-1. That doesn't drop either. The Panthers' hope still alive. Now 30 seconds left. Down 6. Gonna have to move quickly. Archie in the corner. Drives baseline, then pulls it back out. Driving inside again. Out into the corner. It is a Grindhagen no good triple, but a follow from Harrison. That time it drops in. So now it's a 4-point ball game. 18.1 seconds left in this one. The Panthers will not go away, keeping it within just short of reach.
Yeah, the Panthers are giving the Spartans their money's worth and then some, hanging with them all game long. Really starting to show up here late in this fourth quarter. Now down just 4 points. They're going to need the Spartans to continue to miss some free throws. And the Spartans have been struggling a little bit from the line here throughout this game.
And that was actually the last 1-and-1, the last one for Allie Stevens, as the Panthers are now with 9 fouls. So with their next foul, it would send the Spartans to the line for 2 free throws, no matter what.
Yeah, and with this 4-point deficit, obviously even if both the free throws are made for the Spartans when the foul comes, still will keep it a 2-possession game. But of course, first off, the Panthers are going to try to force a turnover, which may come from a 5-second violation or trying to trap the Spartans players.
So now 18 seconds left. Stevens the inbound for the Spartans. Sends it into Royston in the corner. And right away, she is bumped by Nakia Harris. And that will send Royce to the line. Emma Royce is 72% free throw shooter on the season, entering tonight's ball game. Now at the line for 2, up by 4.
And if she's able to knock down 2 or even just 1 of her free throws here, she's going to make it really challenging for the Panthers to get back in this as Nakaya Harris comes out of the game.
Yeah, that last personal was number 5 on Nakaya Harris, so that sends her to the bench for the rest of this ball game.
She left everything out on the court for her team there. And it always stinks to see a player foul out when they have given so much effort in a game.
And Royce gets that first free throw to drop in. Lead now up to 5 here. As Royce herself has faced a little bit of foul trouble in this ball game with 4 fouls in this one, along with 6 points for the Sparty squad. Second free throw, no good. Panthers down 5, 14 seconds. Couch pulls the trigger on a deep 3-ball long. Rebound hauled in by Helsum of the Spartans. 7 seconds to go. Send it away, gets it right back, and then over to Bottoms. And that will do it from Spartan Arena as the Homestead Spartans win this one 58-53. Homestead walks away with a narrow victory in this one.
Yeah, a great job by the Spartans there, battling back from adversity, trailed for a large portion of the game, and for the Panthers, another single-digit loss. This team played so well today, but just could not quite pull out the victory.
And now with that, we will take a quick break, but we will be back with the OPS post-game report after these short messages.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Spartan Arena here as the Homestead Spartans pulled away in this one and won 58-53 to improve to 12-2 on the season. As we will take a look at the stats from this ball game as the Homestead Spartans played a great second half effort, including shooting much better from beyond the arc as they shot 5 for 10 from beyond the arc in that second half of action.
Yeah, and looking at the stats, they've pretty much completely flipped around from what we saw at halftime. The Spartans able to improve their field goal percentage by 14% in one half of play, able to come back in the three-point department. They were trailing there at the half, but ended up knocking down one more than the Panthers by the time the game ended. Free throws, something the Spartans actually struggled with a little bit in this game. They could have put things away a little bit earlier if they're able to hit some more free throws, shooting only 47%. Rebounds, they dominated there, 28-21. And then the turnover category, they cleaned things up a lot in the second half, only committing 4 turnovers in the last 16 minutes.
Yeah, the Spartans' struggles from the free throw line was a bit of a surprise in this one, as this is a team that shoots 71% on the season from the charity stripe, but only 47% in this one. Definitely an interesting sight to see as they really struggled from the line, and that's what really kept the Panthers just within reach late in that ball game.
Yeah, and the Spartans, they just had a lot of free throws that they looked like they might be heading in. They turned into bricks or rolled outside of the rim, something they will definitely need to work on before their next game.
And now to close out this OPS post-game report, Braxton, what is your player of the game in this one?
For me, the player of this game has to be Nakaya Harris. Even though she was on the losing end for her Panthers, she put up 16 points, eventually fouling out. But not only that, she fought for several rebounds, had several assists, and was a huge part of the Panthers' ability to stay in this game.
Harris definitely put up a great performance in this one, but just not enough as the Homestead Spartans were able to win this one 58-53. On behalf of the entire Homestead Live crew, including producer Trevor Newhouse, switcher Joel McChesney, our camera operators, and color commentator Braxton Hall, I'm Noah Johanningsmeier saying so long from Spartan Arena. This has been a presentation of Spartan Basketball on Homestead Live. Have a splendid rest of your day.